Close are we?
Call to order the meeting of the Verona Common Council for Monday, January 27th, 2020 at 7 p.m. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next we'll have the roll.
Alderperson Cronin.
Present.
Alderperson Gaskell. Alderperson Journey.
Here.
Alderperson Kemp.
Here.
Alderperson Cole.
Here.
Alderperson Posey.
Here.
Alderperson Reekie.
Here.
Alderperson Touche.
Present.
All right, full house. This will be a quick meeting. Next, we'll move on to item 4, which is public comment. There is no public here. You can't see on the video, though. Next, we'll move on to item 5, which is approval of the minutes from the January 13th, 2020 Common Council meeting. Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alder Reekie. Last chance for corrections. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes from the January 13th, 2020 Common Council meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion passes. Under Mayor's business, don't have anything. Item 7, announcements. Does anyone have any announcements? No. Clerk Clark?
I was just going to let you all know that we're doing training tonight at the fire station for the Badger books. So if you're interested, they're all over the tables. You can come and take a look at them.
Interesting. Any other announcements? Seeing none, we will move on to item 8, which is the administrator's report.
Thank you. Just a couple announcements tonight. Next Monday night, we have a Plan Commission meeting at 6 p.m. It will start. Next announcement is at the January 13th meeting, there were questions about if the city is required to designate alternative absentee voting sites as needed, or can they be designated as unlimited sites going forward. We did check with the state, and the city is required to designate the sites at least 14 days prior to when absentee ballots are ready for the primary. The city also has the option to adopt an ordinance setting up these in-person locations to be indefinite or specify them for each election. The council needs to establish these locations per Wisconsin state statutes. If you're interested in having this item placed on a future council agenda, contact Ellen and she can place it on the agenda. Otherwise, staff will continue to designate additional sites on an as-needed basis until the ordinance is changed. Other announcements we have is we'll be having a blood drive here in City Hall on February 21st. I don't have the time yet on that, but that'll be hosted by the city and will also be open to the public. We're currently continuing to recruit for the fire chief. The PFC has determined the next steps in the process, and there will be a meeting on February 4th where the PFC will interview 2 finalists. Prior to the interviews, there will be a presentation, a 10-minute presentation by each of the finalists with a 15-minute question and answer session from members of the audience. As part of the process, the audience will be given the opportunity to provide feedback on each applicant. The feedback will be reviewed by the PFC, and the information will be used as an important element in the overall decision-making process. Those presentations begin at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, February 4th, and that will happen here in the council chambers. The Personnel Committee interviewed 2 candidates on January 22nd for the Planning Director position. We'll provide updates to the council as they're available, but that process is ongoing. And finally, we have active recruitments right now for positions in the city, and that includes the part-time library page, a part-time utility accountant, and then a full-time park maintenance position. And I'd be happy to answer any questions from the council.
Any questions for Mr. Sayer on the admin report? Seeing none, move on to item 9, engineer's report. Mr. Sayer.
Ms. Fisher is not here tonight, but her report was included in the packet, and I'd be happy to answer any questions from the council.
Any questions on the engineer's report? Seeing none, we will move on to item 10, committee reports. First up, we have Finance Committee. Alder Kemp.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I'd like to make a motion for payment of the bills in the amount of $1,067,846.74.
Motion by Alder Kemp. Is there a second? Second by Alder Cronin. Alder Kemp.
Sure. Just for the sake of discussion, we have a payment going to AECom in the amount of $83,114.73. Since the winter weather has finally come, we have a payment of $41,202.49, literally for bulk road salt. There's a payment to Discover Media Works, as the city of Verona is going to be featured on Discover Wisconsin for $15,000. That's our first payment. A payment of $240,420.30 for the well 6 payment. A larger payment of $305,428.43 for the Madison Metro sewer payment. Also, as we have a payment to Paragon Development Systems for the poll books in the amount of $19,404. There's a payment for the 2159 Range Trail site, which is the new public works facility, taxes in the amount of $38,203.29. And then finally, a payment to the Department of Transportation for $159,091.80.
You've heard the explanation. Questions, comments on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion to pay the bills signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Anything further from finance?
No, Mr. Mayor, I appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we'll move on to item 10, which is Public Safety and Welfare Committee. Alderiki.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve ordinance number 20-955, amending section 27 of chapter 1 of title 10, motor vehicles and traffic for the Code of Ordinances of the City of Verona.
Motion by Alderiki. Is there a second? Seconded by Alder Touche. Alderiki.
The parking restrictions along Westridge Parkway just north of West Verona Avenue are due to the transportation improvements currently under construction for the new high school campus. The restricted areas identified in this ordinance are to protect the future bike lane and travel lane assignments that will be epoxy painted pavement markings on Westridge Parkway at the intersection of West Verona Avenue.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions, comments on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of ordinance number 20-955, amending section 27 of chapter 1 of title 10, motor vehicles and traffic for the Code of Ordinances of the City of Verona, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Anything further from public safety?
No, thanks.
Thank you. Under 11, we have new business, and I don't believe we have anything. We are on item 12, which is adjournment. Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alder Kemp. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And we are adjourned at 7:07. Thank you.
That'll be a record.